Hi everyone, welcome to it. In today's video, we're going to talk about how I use my iPad as a student, so some of the favorite apps that I use and the setup that I have. So this is where I have my home screen. This is where I have a widget that says keep working, one that has my reminders and Spotify and computer because I do a lot of my school on my computer. And so this is my home screen. To start off, I just have a calendar so I can always write down on my papers what date it is. And then I also have my reminders so I can keep up with my school projects and make sure I know when everything is. And on that, I can write the dates down and I can make it give me a notification to remind me to study for it or make sure I have everything prepared. And I can also check them off too. So I can say, okay, I'm done with math study per se. And then it says I have 2 reminders left, so I don't have to keep going out. The first app I'd like to go over is Kilo Notes. Kilo Notes is my favorite note-taking app to use. They also have free stickers. So if I want, I can choose this one per se. And I can just download it and it will have everything ready for me to use. Another one is Um, so I have all these stickers to choose from, and they also have a premium version that I can choose. Kilo Notes also has the scribble feature. So if you need to quickly jot down notes, you can use that. That is like my favorite thing to use because then I can just put everything into one paragraph or any sections that I wanted to without me spending too much time on it. Another thing I like to use on it is they have these like highlights or like stickers. So if I chose these ducks per se, I could press on it and it'd give me it. I can add it to my notes and I can also just make it like one straight line and it will just add them to it. So I don't have to, so they have like multiple ones where you can just choose from and you can add any that you really want on there and make it your notes however you want it to be. If it's like aesthetic, clean, minimalist, really anything. And you can add your own photos and you can select as well. They also have an AI chat that you can use. So you can ask it questions. You can only ask it a couple questions and then you have to get the premium version. I don't use this as much because if I do, it's more other AI apps if I need like study tips or anything like that. Another app I'd like to go over is Apple Books. Apple Books I really enjoy because if I want, I can. So you can rent books for free that they're on there, and you can also buy books that you want on there. You're able to highlight whatever spot you want. So if you're reading a book for school or anything, you're able to just highlight what you're looking for or what you want to remember, and that can help you just highlight it. And at the end of the book, it'll show you what you highlighted. You can also make it sideways to where you have 2 pages. So if you want to read more in one instead of taking more time to flip it over, I personally like the 1 page. I think it's more convenient for me. So I personally like that. GoodNotes is not my favorite go-to app. I would prefer Kilo Notes, but GoodNotes is still really good. They also have stickers you can choose from, and you can also add your own stickers. And these can make it easier so you can add your own little customizations if you'd like. So it's a little more simple and easy. And this app also has the scribble feature you can use. They have a variety of stickers you can use. Like this one says mind map shape, so you can use any like bubbles or anything that you could say. And you can also write in those. And they also have a laser pointer tool. So if you're ever presenting to anyone like on a different screen, you can use this and you have a little laser pointer you can use to explain stuff so you can have so they can understand where you're looking at. And this also has an AI tool that you can use. And you can, it's like the same with Kilo Notes. You can ask it questions and then you have a limit until you have to pay for the premium. I also use the free and it works perfectly fine for me. You can also add your own photos and they'll allow you to do that as well. And they also have little sticky notes, kind of like the stickers, but these ones are just certain colors with your name on the bottom or with whatever text you can put, I believe. And it's just whatever you want to add, you can select it and add it there. And then you can also write on it just like the stickers. Now, the calendar. Here I'm able to add my own setup to it. So I can add my dates I have for classes and I can add times and reminders. So I don't always have to be worrying about, oh, what time was this? What time was this? Searching it up and trying to find where I put it. Instead, I can have it all on here, and I can put my schedule and say, okay, I remember when this is. Oh, look, there's when my history test is, so I can have everything up to date and remembered. This is my second page. This is where I have apps I don't use as much. So I have Spotify. This is if I want to listen to music while I study or take notes or anything like that. And I also have Google Docs, YouTube, and Gmail. So I can have, if I ever need like a Gmail that I got from school or anything like that, and YouTube if I also want to listen to music or need to watch a certain video for the class. And then there's also Apple Notes. Apple Notes is very simple to use. They don't have as much setting options as Kilo Notes or GoodNotes because Apple Notes is more just simple, jot down your thoughts and get it over with type of thing. So I can just choose to write really anything I choose. So this is like a highlight version, and it also makes it so sometimes it will reform it just like how it did there. It'll make it so it's like seems a little bit better, but still your type of handwriting. So it won't really change. Right when you're done writing, it will reform it and make it look a little bit better, more like handwritten than scribbly messy. You can choose how big you want the erasers and pens, and they also have all these different colors you can choose from. Make it a little bit easier if you need to highlight certain things or anything. And that's all I have today for iPad setup as a student. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.